Reserve time. 5 seconds.
All right,
remaining.
welcome back, everyone. This time Dota 2 didn't crash as I jumped in, so we're good to start casting some more of Group D action in the Dota 2 Canada Cup. As we've got our second of 5 games tonight. Of course, I'm Niz. Thank you for joining me tonight. And we've got Drinking Boys going up against Digital Chaos. Of course, Digital Chaos, the big boys representing the Americas region in Manila. And I think a lot of people would consider them to be the favorite in this group. So we're going to see what kind of start they can get off to here up against Drinking Boys. But don't count anyone else out, because if you remember back to Group A, Complexity, by far, I think everyone's kind of favorite in that. And not Evernova's, but Evernova knocked them off the top and took that #1 slot, forcing Complexity to take second overall in the group. So you never know. Maybe Digital Chaos won't finish first in this group. Maybe they'll even finish fourth. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk about what we've got so far. We've got Slardar, Doom, Alchemist, and Dragon Knight banned out by Drinking Boys. Bounty Hunter, Enchantress, Batrider, and Puck were the bans from Digital Chaos. Off into the picks now. We've got Axe, Tusk, Invoker, and Phoenix for the Drinking Boys. And Wisp, Timbersaw, and Witch Doctor so far for Digital Chaos. We're going to add on a Life Stealer, so already we've got that, that duo of Wisp and Life Stealer, which we saw used yesterday to great effect as well. You can effectively 3-man Infest Bomb.
10 seconds.
So we saw it get paired up with actually a Timbersaw and a Lion in that game. And what they did is what I originally thought they were going to do is have the Life Stealer infest the Timbersaw, and the Wisp tethers to the Timbersaw and then relocates somewhere. Timbersaw jumps on top of the hero, and Life Stealer pops out. Pretty simple. They actually didn't use it with Timbersaw too often. Once Lion got his blink, they just used it with the Lion. And had the Life Stealer infest the Lion, relocate in. Life Stealer had his blink dagger, blinked on top of the hero. Life Stealer popped out. Then Lion was there with all the CC and even the burst damage from the Finger of Death. So they had plenty of kill potential with that. It didn't actually work out in the end, as it was not today running that lineup, and they did lose that game, I believe. I think that was the game against Dragnail. It might have been the game against Perky Pepperonis that they won.
Radiant team pick.
I'm not sure. Man, I've got such a bad memory. But either way, that was the strategy that they ran with it, and it looked very, very effective when they did it. Final 2 bans are in. It's going to be a Viper banned out by Drinking Boys. Digital Chaos removed the Spectre. And so far, what do we got in lanes? We've got Timbersaw, which we expect probably to be in the off lane. Life Stealer safe lane, Witch Doctor, and Wisp as the 2 supports. So waiting on a mid here, and there it's going to be. Queen of Pain's going to get picked up. That's going to be up against the Invoker in the mid lane from Drinking Boys. Expecting the Axe to be in the off lane, and then we've got a support duo of Tusk and Phoenix. So we're looking for a safe lane carry here from Drinking Boys.
10 seconds remaining.
So what are they going to go with?
5 seconds remaining.
They are going up against a Life Stealer.
Reserve time.
Part of me is thinking Weaver is strong here. It's a strong counter to Life Stealer. It's a really unorthodox pick currently with the meta, and maybe it's not the best with a Queen of Pain on the other side, given that Queen of Pain typically goes for an Orchid. So maybe it's not the best, but it would certainly do well against the Life Stealer, and I guess to some extent to do well against the Timber. Although Timber gets a lot of armor. But it's good at picking off Witch Doctor and Wisp as well. It's actually not a bad pick. Well, they're going to use a bunch of their reserve time here to think about it. Clinks. So, actually, similar idea to the Weaver. but the Clinks actually gives them some more power against the Queen of Pain as well. Not as slippery as the Weaver would be. Once again, still kind of susceptible to the Orchid. Maybe not as susceptible to the Orchid as a Weaver would be, but still, Weaver... It's very, very difficult for anyone on the side of Digital Chaos, with the exception of Queen of Pain, to do anything to a Weaver. Clinks, it's pretty similar as well, but Clinks can be able to dish out a lot more damage earlier on in the game, and he'll look to punish things like the Queen of Pain and stuff like that. And you know, if Axe is off to a good start, which he honestly doesn't even need to have a really great start because they've got a Tusk that can pick up the Axe and snowball him in to get a taunt off. But ideally you want that Axe to be able to pick up his Blink Dagger so he can jump in, get a taunt off, and hold some targets in place so that the Clinks can wail away at them. Apparently we got a little bit of lag. So G's have come out from either side as we're going to get started here in our second game of the night. We've got Digital Chaos going up against Drinking Boys in Group D Canada Cup action. We've got Misery playing for Digital Chaos. He's going to be playing the Wisp. Saxa is going to be playing the Witch Doctor. Resolutions on the Lifestealer. Wee is going to be playing the Queen of Pain. And Moo is going to be playing the Timbersaw. On our Dire side, it's going to be the Drinking Boys. I don't know if we actually cast any of their games in the open qualifiers for the Manila Major, but definitely noted a few times of where they were in the brackets. But we've got Shanks playing the Tusk for them. Man2 is going to be playing the Phoenix. Getovas is going to be playing the Invoker. Sakula is going to be on the Clinks. And Mad is going to be playing the Axe. Just a Soul Ring recipe on the Clinks right now. Everyone else...
30 seconds.
Well, including the Clinks. Everyone pretty much was, I guess, what you'd expect for starting items. Nothing too surprising here. I do want to note the Windlace pickup by the Tusk to start things off. It looks like Drinking Boys are starting to post up on the top rune here. Moo's the only one up there from Digital Chaos because all his teammates are down there in the bottom. And smartly, Moo's going to back away and not really contest for that rune. So both mid heroes will split the bounty runes as they start taking to their lanes. And it looks like we are going to have the Queen of Pain going up against the Invoker in the mid lane as we expected. Top lane is going to be an off lane Timbersaw going up against a safe lane farming Clinks, babysat by a Phoenix. We've got Tusk doing a little bit of counter warding here in the mid lane, or in the top rune location. But kind of expect him to be somewhat hanging around mid, but we've got an Axe in the jungle right now. Might be going for just an early level to start things off as we taking a lot of damage here. He doesn't have Blink, so he doesn't have the option to blink away there. But if we've got Axe in the jungle, what's going on in the bottom lane? Well, we've got nothing from the side of DKB down there, but we've got a safe lane farming Lifestealer babysat by a Witch Doctor. And Shank's starting to rotate down towards the bottom lane, so they might just sit him down there for a level or two before the Axe rotates in, or maybe he's just going to sit there and function as the offlaner for now. Moo already doing his best to bully Sakula away and make life difficult for this Clinks. Reactive armor is going to make it so Moo can constantly do that and not really get harassed too hard. So we're approaching 2 minutes here. So we're going to have our first set of runes, and Axe is going to be on low HP. We'll see if he actually goes for the rune, or he's just not going to risk it against the Wisp. We will look to refresh this bottle because he's been using a bunch of charges here to keep Wee topped off. And now they're going to go for a play here on to Getovas. They're going to drop him down to 130 HP. And Wisp will start moving towards the top rune, and there they are, making sure that they're covering it, as both runes will go to the side of Drinking Boys. As the Invis Tusk comes in, but there's an Observer Ward right there. But they are still going to open up onto Misery as he gets pretty low, 83 HP, and he will go down as the EMP just barely hits him there.
As indeed I am.
He actually stopped. I'm pretty sure he thought he was out of it. I thought he was out of it as well, but obviously just on the edge. As Moo manning up on Sakula here. He knows that the Phoenix just rotated towards the mid lane, so he's got a little bit of space in the top. He's going to make the best of it. Either way, that's a first blood going the way of Drinking Boys. And it's going to get them off to a great start there, especially the Invoker, who isn't really going to get too much in this mid lane because he is going up against that double duo lane. As Gedovas drops down to just below 100 HP, 70, 50. The tower's going to get a couple attacks in on Wii, but they will exit out the other side and take the long way back towards mid. Gedovas is actually going to go all the way back to base. Shanks needs to be careful in mid, because now they're going to try to open up and go on him. Here's Mad rotating towards the top. He does only have 360 HP. Now pings are coming out to manage the runes here. Saksa's going to try to control the bottom one. There was some rotations coming in from DKB towards the top, but they're going to get there a little bit late. Wee's going to be there with the bottle. Who's going to win the click battle? It's going to be Wee, as the taunt comes out just a little bit late there from Mad. But it's a haste rune for the Queen of Pain, and the Wisp picks up the bounty rune in the bottom location. And now, with that haste, Wee's going to be able to chase down Mad, who just waits on the high ground as he stands there and doesn't actually go for the taunt. I think he was expecting the blink to come out from Wee, so he was going to blink over the top of him. But wasn't the case. Either way, Wee gets the kill there. And now Shanks and Mantu are going to try to get the kill here onto the Queen of Pain, who doesn't have enough mana to blink, but now they will. And with the Wisp there, healing him back up, he'll get another kill onto Shanks, but Gedovas rotates up, and that's a dead Queen of Pain. So now we're evened up. 2 kills apiece on either side. Once again, though, it's created some space for Moo in the top lane. He's now up to 19 and 4 CS. He's actually even with his Queen of Pain in the mid lane. And basically even with this Clinks. Speaking of the mid lane, we've got Invoker down at 14 and 3 CS compared to that 19 and 4 we just spoke of with the Queen of Pain. But honestly, that Invoker's not that far behind. He's got 2 kills, one of them being First Blood. Bottom lane, of course, Resolution's been free farming, so he's our leader in last hits at 40 and 11. That goes to show you the other lanes and how much last hitting has been contested. If a free farming hero is sitting at 42 CS right now, and no one else is anywhere close. Mantu has to jump away as Moo dives past the tower, and now he goes... Oh, he actually misses the tree there to Timber Chain away, but Saculus is standing there getting a lot of damage in. He was standing on top of his chakram, so he loses a lot of HP. But Moo will make it back to the tower. So he's had 15 charges of reactive armor. That gives you a lot of HP regen. As Gedovas runs into Wee and Misery at the top rune. Gedovas will take the rune. And Shanks snowballs on in onto Misery, and they will get the kill. The question is, will Gedovas be able to survive as he waits and stands there for Shanks to get the deny on him? Nice play there from Drinking Boys. Looks like Shanks is going to go down here, though. Either way, they denied one of those kills from the Queen of Pain. And Resolution continues to be left unchecked in the bottom lane as he pushes up past that tier 1 tower and starts attacking the creep wave.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Daxa also going to rotate down here as they're going to get an early push on this tier 1 tower. They just had a TP towards the mid lane from Gedovas. And now there's going to be one into the bottom lane as Mantu's going to show up. As the Phoenix, but Saxa comes in from behind, from the side, throws out a cask. But doesn't get a lucky bounce, and the Icarus dive is already there from the Phoenix. And now Misery with an Observer Ward is going to come down here as well. Tier 1 tower is already going to go down, and oh, nice deny from Mantu. He comes in, throws one attack, easy deny. Denying that gold from Digital Chaos. It's those little battles that add up. Snowball in from Shanks. Mad's going to get the taunt. That's that free axe delivery service I was talking about in the draft. Sakula throwing in a little bit of damage, but Mad's the one who's the lowest here, as he's going to try to run, and he's going to be able to do so because of a nice ice shards placed by Shanks. Oh, there comes the Queen of Pain as Wee cleans up the kill onto Mad, who was trying to TP away. And now Shanks doing a little bit of ring around the rosy here around the tower with Moo, but here comes Wee. Snowball's going to be cast on him, as Wee was about to throw the Sonic Wave, but he cancels it. As now EMP getting used in mid-blink animation from Wee. We have the tornado coming out from Get Overs. That locks him in place for a little bit. And then he lands. He eventually gets the blink off, but a last auto attack is in the air from Get Overs, and Wee goes down. A little bit of a goofy moment there in the top lane with that kind of ring around the rosy of the tier 1 tower. But it results in DC staying just a little bit too long.
Double damage.
Once again, though, Resolution just... It's like he's down here by himself. Just keeps working on the towers as he'll complete his armlets. We've got action up in the top where Moo once again is in the thick of it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
As DKB, they just can't force him off this tower. Got 2 heroes here from DKB. They've smoked up. They're going to go for a rotation as Misery's also smoked up. He's got a lifestealer inside of him. Oh, and then the Wisp is going to come in. They're going to go for the play on the Invoker here. But there's already a play well, starting here from DKB. But Wee's going to be able to blink away. And there's that Infest. Pop out from the lifestealer. Shanks is in trouble. He's going to go down. Mantu TP's in. As the cat's going to come in, but not going to bounce anyone. As that Icarus dive was really, really weird. But either way, he is going to go down.
I do suffer food.
In the top lane, once again, Sakula getting bullied by this Timbersaw.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So the first Infest gank is successful for Digital Chaos. And it looks like they're going to get another tower here. As this tier 1 tower getting really low on HP. No glyph available. And no heroes from DKB in sight.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Keeping tabs on Mad. He's sitting at 1,600, almost 1,700 gold.
Structures are fortified.
So he's working towards his Blink Dagger, but there's so much gold on the side of Digital Chaos because they've gotten 3 towers down already, 10.5 minutes into this game, as Moo gets the top one there. Of course, the bottom tier 1 was denied, so that's a little bit less than full 3 towers worth of gold. Courier's gonna bring in the Soul Ring, a Magic Wand, and even a Dust of Appearance for Moo. So he's going to be able to continually bully that Clinks if Clinks heads back up towards the top lane. Gedova's now up to 500 gold. He's got his Urn and his Phase Boots completed. We'll see if he goes for his Midas. What Sakula? He picked up a Blightstone early on. I like it. But he just has his Soul Ring and a Quarterstaff. As they're going to roll on to Moo here. And the question is, do they have enough damage? But, uh-oh, now they've got the Relocate in with the Queen of Pain. Sakula is very low, so is Mad. Both heroes very, very low. Sakula looks like he's going to get out of there, but the Axe not so lucky. So, Relocate coming in from the Wisp will result in them getting a kill. This time not bringing the Lifestealer with them, but not needing to.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Resolution's gotten this bottom tier 2 tower down to 300 HP. And maybe a little bit of a wasted glyph there. He was already starting to back away, and it was just one creep on the tower. Glyph gets used by DKB in this area. Seeing if there's any heroes from Digital Chaos trying to set anything up there. But Mad's going to get a taunt off on the Wii. Nice pick off there for DKB. Sakula shows how much damage a Clinks can do. And Godova is now up to 1,100 gold. And looks like it's going to be an S and Y probably coming out for the Lifesteal, or at least he's got the making of a Senge. This Phoenix still hasn't hit level 5. As everyone else in the game is at least past 6. Oh, now he's going to get caught with an open wound for resolution. As Cass going to come in, but he gets a full Icarus dive away. Yeah, looks like DC's going to stay grouped as 3 in the bottom lane. Icarus dive on cooldown. Phoenix is going to go down to that open wound. And now that's tier 2 tower is going to go down. As DKB have never had control from the get-go of this bottom lane. And now they've got no towers down there.
Middle tower is under attack.
But will be a hand of Midas for the Invoker. He's picked up the recipe. Now he just needs the gloves. They have a smoke and 4 heroes rotating up towards the top lane to go on Moo. Taunt comes in from Moo as the Infused Raindrop will prevent a little bit of that damage, but he's going to go down, and there's the relocate from Misery, bringing in Wii. And he's going to go down before his relocate finishes. Asaxa comes in, drops a Death Ward, and his Cask bouncing around as well. Sakula is going to go down, so is Shanks. We've got the Axe hiding in the trees. He'll be able to TP away, and Getovas is just going to run out of there. So it ends in a 2-for-2 trade, which is actually an advantage for DKB. But 401 gold advantage for them, getting that kill on the Timbersaw. They did lose their Clinks, though, so that hurts. Do a switch on over to the net worth, and you can see why. You know, it's 2-for-2, and it is still an advantage for the side of DKB, because the top 3 farmers, or top 3 net worth, all on the side of Digital Chaos. Then the next 3 are all on the side of DKB, but still, there's a pretty big advantage over all those heroes. And we'll take a look at our gold graph in just a second. Actually, we can look at it now, as I don't think Moo's in trouble in the mid lane. So there we go. We're almost at 7,500 gold lead for Digital Chaos. 15 minutes into this game. XP is approaching the 5k mark as well. And we're going to add on a little bit to the gold lead here with the tier 2 tower. As Drinking Boy's starting to rotate up on the minimap with a smoke, but they're going to be there just a little bit too late. Will they be able to catch someone retreating? Moo's still staying up there. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to catch anyone. As now S and Y gets completed by the Lifestealer. We've got a Bloodstone in the works for Moo. Axe has picked up his broadsword, so Blade Mail is going to be the next item for him. Getovas has finished his Midas, and Sakula keeps working towards his Orchid. This is kind of an older Clinks build where you rush that Orchid. Of course, the Blightstone's a new addition, but you rush that Orchid, and it allows you to really punish heroes on the other team, especially strong against Queen of Pain. The problem is when you're delayed this much, that build is very, very weak, or compared to what it would be if you have a good free farming start. And huge engage here as the Queen of Pain blinks on in. The Infest comes out from the Lifestealer, and they just wiped the floor. DKB, 4 heroes died so fast there. Misery actually got 2 of the kills with the Wisp. The other 2 went to resolution. But now the last of the tier 2s are going to go down. And already Digital Chaos are starting to think about going uphill here and go for the tier 3s.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tier 3 already down to half. Here we go. We've got a couple respawns from DKB as they're going to come in and try to chip away at it.
Dire's middle tower has
Invoker
fallen.
just respawned, and now we're just waiting on the
Dire's
axe.
middle
He's got 1
barracks are
second.
under
Get overs
attack.
with the TP. Will we have an aggressive TP from the axe? Doesn't look like it. He's just going to walk down the lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The tier 3 tower and the melee racks are down. So DC doesn't even really need to stick around here, but they will do so anyways. His move is going to get 2 kills there, and he still has the lifestealer inside of him. Resolution seeing no reason to pop out until now, as he's going to pop out onto Mad there and get a kill on the axe. Because now they go for the range racks, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see
Radiant's
DKB
top
GG
tower
out of
is
this
under
one.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's top tower
But
is
they're
under
going to stay in it
attack.
for now. As DC starts moving up towards the top tier 3. But Mu is just so damn tanky right now. 15 charges on his Bloodstone. He's just able to take all those hits from the tower. 16, 17, 18 charges of reactive armor. Sakula's in pursuit. Are they going to find anyone? Misery's trying to TP away, and they will catch him. Actually, I'm not really sure. Oh, it was a cold snap. I didn't hear the cold snap. I was wondering what canceled his TP, because I heard the Orchid go out, but I didn't actually hear the cold snap or the initial proc from the cold snap. But either way, they catch Misery there. But this is very much Digital Chaos' game to lose now, as they are way out in front. We almost have a Desolator completed by Resolution as well, as he's just gigantic. 5-0 and 5 for him. We're over the 15,000 gold mark. XP is over the 7,500 mark. And it's constantly increasing here as DKB, really nothing's been going well for them. BKB now completed by Wiz. We also have a Blade Mail completed by the Axe on the side of DKB, so they get a little bit of team fight, but is a Blade Mail and Axe going to be enough? I don't think so. But he's going to use it right now, as he's going to blink on in, get a taunt off onto Mu here. But will Mad and Mantu and Sakula and Shanks be able to do it? Doesn't look like it, as Mu is going to run away. We've got a Snowball coming in from the Tusk chasing after, but Shanks is all by himself. DKB is all backed. So he's just up here forward by himself, and yeah, he's just going to go down. So Clink's going to be going for Diffusal Blade as his next item. Makes it so Ghost Scepters, which we see one on Witch Doctor, aren't going to protect you from a Clink's. But because Clink's does so much just sheer physical damage, when he jumps on a support, you need something to keep you alive. So the Ghost Scepter makes it so he can't attack you. So obviously you're going to be able to stay alive through those auto attack. The Diffusal makes it so that you can just purge off the Ghost Scepter effect and continue killing that that support. The idea is you want to try and basically wait out as much of the strafe as you can. But with the Diffusal, it obviously gives Clink some more damage, but it allows him to purge off that Ghost Scepter so he can kill you. And then even still, if he gets dusted, you can purge that off too. So it's a pretty effective item for the Clinks. The only downside is he's open with an Orchid, then he's going to get the Diffusal, and really there's no HP items at all getting picked up by the Clinks at any point there, because he's kind of skipped over going his treads.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
With Digital Chaos chipping away at this tier 3 tower here with once again Mu frontlining. We've got the Lifestealer inside of Wee is Mad, and Wee kind of swap spots there with their blinks, but Mad's going to be the one who goes down. Snowball's going to come in onto Misery. He's going to punch him up in the air, but Shanks is dead, and DKB starts losing everyone. Get Over's just going to go down, and the only one not dead is going to be Sakula, who will now just get blinked on by Mu, as he'll make his way back to the fountain.
is under attack.
But another tier 3 tower goes down here, and I imagine the set of racks is
Dire's
going to
bottom
follow soon
tower
after.
has fallen.
And there it is. The second set of racks goes down. It's good game, well played. We'll get called by DKB. The Drinking Boy's going to tap out of this one. And Digital Chaos will take their first match of the group. And they'll be in our next match going up against Evernovas to determine who will finish first and who will go on to play in our Deciders match. Of course, we're not done seeing Drinking Boys, as they're going to be in our fourth match going up against Enemy GG in our losers match. Of course, winner of that will go on to the fifth and final match, the Decider match, to play the loser of our next match, Evernovas and Digital Chaos. Once again, guys, I was Niz. Hopefully you're enjoying the cast so far. We'll be back in... Wow, it's scheduled 28 minutes from now, since this was such a quick game, before we're going to have Evernovas going up against Digital Chaos. But we will be back, and we'll be here to cast those matches. So don't go anywhere. Make sure you hit that follow button, or if you do go anywhere, make sure you come back in about 25 to 30 minutes time, so you don't miss any of the Dota 2 Canada Cup action. But in the meantime, guys, I'm going to throw it to some music, and hopefully we'll see you back.